name is Penelope Jane, Penny, Miss P, the Queen of Zen, not very Zen now though, oh yeah. So, here we go. I'm going to take you through I've got the heating on, it's been chilly. I put the heating on to my wax strips, ended up not using the heating, so it's not being toasty. I'm going to roll through a kind of vinyasa style yoga sequence. Okay? It's going to be about half an hour. Enjoy. Okay, so please bring yourself down to your mat. I'm a big one for not using your hands when you move up and down your mat, so let's see how you get on with that. So literally I just come bring myself down. And then I bring myself up. Oh, now I've got the sticky leg thing from where my legs are going to stick together. Okay, right, so you got that? Okay, so bring yourself all the way down to the ground. Okay, right, so every time you do any yoga with me, if I remember, I'm an old lady, sometimes I forget. I'm old, so old. You've got to do some breath work. So find yourself comfortably seated. If this isn't comfortable, please get in touch and we can talk about how you can change your seated place, but there's only so much I can do on a video. Okay, back to the hands and the knees. Close your eyes and simply notice your natural breath. The more you do this, the more the mind switches off and your focus is on the breath. Because I understand this is very, very tricky for a lot of people when they first start off. So someone to go, focus on your breath, you're like, what the fuck? Okay, so again, maybe you want to talk to me about that and we'll organise a little session, private session where we can go over that. Start to take some deeper, fuller breaths now, please. Feel like you're taking the movement breath down into your belly. Have that sense that the breath is going down to your belly. And then when you exhale and the breath leaves the body, you want to have this engagement where you draw your belly button towards your spine. Inhaling, breath goes down to the belly. Exhale, draw that belly button towards your spine and the breath leaves the body. I find breathing through my nose really helps when I'm doing my yoga practice. If you struggle with any of that kind of stuff, it's all good. You know, just let your breath go. Don't even think too much about it. Sometimes just the physical element of the yoga practice without worrying about the breath is good enough, okay? So we just need to get you a little bit more chilled, a little bit more in the zone. Just need a couple of minutes of breath practice and that's all we just did then, okay? So please now bring yourself down to the ground, all the way down to the floor. All the way down. All the way down. Okay, fine. First off, just bring your knees into your chest. Place your hands upon your knees and have a gentle rock from side to side. And then cross your ankles and rotate your knees. Move your knees in a clockwise direction and then take your knees back in an anti-clockwise direction. Uncross your ankles, keep your right hand on your right knee and draw that right knee in towards your right armpit and then draw the left knee in towards your left armpit. And then release the knees and let the feet come down to the floor. Place the right ankle just above the right knee, left knee, sorry. Reach forward, keep your hands around your left thigh and draw that left knee towards you. And while you're here, circle your left foot. And then circle your left foot in the other direction. And then take your leg up into the air and draw that left foot towards you. You know, it's almost like you're tilting your pelvis and your lower back is coming off your mat. Breathe. Don't feel any tension in your shoulders. And then release your hands from behind your left thigh and allow your left foot to come to the floor. Draw your right knee into your chest with both your hands as you slide your left leg away. This is when I wish I didn't have a wall right by me, because this is going to be a little bit tricky. Hopefully you've got a bit more room than me. Okay, so right arm out to the side, left hand on your right knee, and draw that right knee over to the left. I'm only going so far because the radiator's in my way. If I shimmy over a bit, you'll see I'll come over like this. And then as soon as I'm there, I'm going to turn my head to look over my right shoulder. I'm going to have to turn the other way to do it the other side, aren't I? Because I'm going to be literally, my arm is going to be on the radiator. So that should be a gentle stretch for your back. You know, this is the beginning of the class, it's the warm up. It's not crazy batshit stuff. Okay. Turn your head, bring both feet to the floor, readjust your back, do everything you need to, right? Because you need to be comfortable. So make any readjustments that need to happen. Left ankle above right knee, reach for hands around your right thigh, draw that right knee towards you, and then get some circles going on in that right foot. Make sure you move the foot in both directions. Take that right leg up into the air and draw that right foot towards you. Really feel like, you know, your lower back's coming off the ground, like you're tilting your pelvis. Shoulders are soft. And then allow the right foot to come to the floor and draw your left knee in to your chest. This is when I need to shimmy around. Okay. So you've got the right hand on the left knee, your left arm is out to the side, and your right leg is straight on out, and you're going to draw, shimmy over a bit, you're going to draw that left knee over to the right side, getting a nice, gentle stretch in your back, and you're going to turn your head to look over your left shoulder. Turn your head gently. Allow both feet to come back to the floor. Readjust your back and your shoulders for me. Okay. From here, you're going to windscreen wipe your knees from side to side. Again, not great when you've got a wall next to you and a radiator. It's really hard in these houses, in these semi-detached houses. You know, they're not made for, for setting up a yoga camera. When your knees come down to the left, you're going to leave them there. Your left foot is going to go on the right knee. That's left foot on right knee. And then both your arms are going to go up and over your head. When there's silence, that's when you're with your breath. Don't let yourself to be wandering off in all directions. Arms back down to the side, feet on the floor. Windscreen wiper the knees from side to side, just a few more times. And then the knees are going to go over to the right. This time the right foot is going to be on the left knee. And then your arms are going to be up and over your head. Arms back down by your side. Feet back on the floor. Now this is the bit that people do find quite tricky, and I suppose it is at the beginning. Not the rolling on your back, but the rolling on your back coming to standing. So feet go back, arms go back, like, you know, you like this, and then you rock forwards. So you roll on your back, all the way back, and then you roll all the way forwards. Do a couple in quick succession to create a bit of momentum on your back, and then see if you can press your feet in the floor and bring yourself up to standing. And voila. Okay, so now I'm not, so that was really weird doing yoga. I couldn't really see if I was the camera there, so I don't know what was going on. Right, okay, now spine movement, right? This is when you slow everything down even more. Feet underneath you, don't worry about where they are. Chin tucked to chest. And very gently roll, 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 roll. And then very gently roll up, 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 up. Shoulders stack. You lift your head up. Chin to chest. Roll, 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 roll. Roll back up. And again. And again, roll. Chin to chest. Roll, roll, roll. And back up. Nice, right? It's a really nice movement. Your spine wants that because you are basically just like this all day long with your spine. You're walking, you're jogging, you're running really fast, you're sitting down. You know, your spine is just like upright. It needs to have that kind of flow movement going to it. Fabulous. Okay, so now I'm going to get you to do some sun salutations and start to really warm up the body and start to move it a lot more. Okay, feet underneath you. Your arms go high. You fold forwards from the hips. You create this L shape with your body, see? L shape, really straight legs. Lengthen your spine, goes over the edge of the cliff, that's your L shape. Hands down, really big step back with the left foot, really big step back with the right foot, now you're in a plank. Yeah? Strong, I like to see this in my students, strong planks. Everyone should be able to hold a plank. Come all the way down to the ground. All the way down for me. Make sure you're on the front of your feet. And then just roll your chest up. And take a gaze forwards. And then roll yourself, roll your chest down. So again, we're moving for the spine. Make sure your shoulders aren't up here, metal in your elbows for that to happen, and then come back down. Roll your chest up, roll your chest down. Tuck your toes under, come up onto your hands and knees, back into a downward facing dog. Walk it out for me. Walk the dog, you're trying to get one heel down, and then you're trying to get the other heel down, and then walk your feet to your hands, stand forward fold, hold onto your elbows, really use them as weights, draw yourself down, press into your feet, straighten the back of your legs, let your head hang. Release your hands down, bring yourself all the way up to standing. Nice. I'm going to do that again. Arms go up. You fold yourself forwards from your hips. You create the L shape with your body, and then you place your hands down and you have a really big step back into your plank. You come down nice and steady to the floor. You roll yourself up into your cobra. You come back down. You roll yourself back up into your cobra. You come back down. You roll yourself back up into your cobra. You tuck your toes under. You come into a plank. You bring yourself back into a downward facing dog. You walk it out for me. Soften your elbows, soften your knees. Downward dog should be a good place to be for you. You get so used to it, holding it here. Walk your feet to your hands for me. Forward fold, holding onto your elbows in front of your legs. Pressing into the feet, stretching out the back of the hamstrings, releasing your hands down. All the way up to standing for me. Fabulous. Okay, so more forward folds. Feet underneath you. I'll do it side on. Folding through your hips. Starting off with this one with your arms in front, just as we have been, right? Letting your head hang. Now bring your arms behind your legs and draw yourself even closer. Now release your hands down and place your palms underneath your feet. Let your head hang. Now flip your hands over and stand on the backs. Now release your hands from your feet and bring yourself all the way up to standing. Yeah, so you can feel the whole body being moved more, right? Okay, come to this other side here. We'll start here. Your arms go up. Your arms fold forwards. You create the L shape with your body. You place your hands down. Now we jump back to a plank. We hover above the mat. We come into the front of our feet as we roll our chest up. Now we're in upward facing dog. We tuck our toes under, we come back into a downward facing dog. We jump our feet to our hands. We forward fold because we need that. We stretch out to the back of the legs. We love that. We bring ourselves all the way up to standing. Yay, we've got this. We bring the arms up. We fold forwards from the hips. We create the L shape with our body. We take our hands down and we gently jump back into a plank. We come down in one line and we hover before we come to the front of the feet, and we roll the chest on up into an upward facing dog. We roll over our toes into a downward facing dog, and we walk out because we like to walk the dog. Because we know that downward dog is a bad place for us to be. We jump our feet to our hands. We forward fold because we need this. We bring ourselves up to standing. Nice. We're getting warmer and warmer and warmer, right? Okay. Excuse me, I just come to my computer a minute. I was just curious to see if it would give me a time thing, but it doesn't. Anyway. Get your feet out. Step your feet out for me. Pivot your right foot. So I want your legs to be super straight right now. And then I want you to bring your arms up. I'm terrible for timing and stuff. Okay. So your right foot's pivoted out, your legs are really straight. You're going to bring your right hand down to your right knee, and you're going to bring your left arm up into the air. And you're very gently going to turn your head up and look towards the ceiling. Fabulous. You're going to take your gaze down to your right foot as you bring this left arm over your head. So now you've got a much more stretch going on the left side of your body, right? Now get ready for this. Bring your right arm up. Hold that place. Parallel arms in triangle. It is tough, right? Now bring your arms back into your triangle. That's the standard thing. Now bring your left hand to the back of your left thigh and take your right arm up into the air and just create a little back bend. Not too hectic, nothing too big or bold. And then soften into that right knee for me so you're lunging and you're still with a back bend. Now bring your right hand down to your right knee as you bring your left arm up into the air and softly take your gaze up towards the ceiling. Turn your head very gently. Nice. And then stay with the lunge, but bring your arms out straight. This is warrior two. Put your shoulders down, really strong through the arms, lightness through the fingertips. You were about to move my arms if you tried. Now drop your arms down and pivot your feet to face forwards. Good, right? Okay, so same sequence, because once you start doing yoga, what will happen is you will feel like you've worked one side of your body, and it would be weird if you didn't do it on the other side. So we pivot the left foot, the arms go out long, left hand to left knee, right arm up, gaze softly up towards the ceiling. That's our triangle. Now we change our triangle into a side switch. So take your gaze down to your left foot, and as you do that, take your right arm over. Now bring your left arm up and have a strong breath. Parallel arms in triangle. This is not an easy pose, and you really can't think about anything when you're doing it, okay? Now bring yourself back on up with your arms long, so you just as if you're going to start triangle. Now we're coming into reverse triangle where the right hand goes to the back of the right thigh and the left arm goes up into the air, and you look up at the ceiling once more. So just create a bit more movement in the upper back here, just getting a bit more back movement going on. And so from a triangle back bend, you lunge into that left knee, and then you're going to a lunge with the back bend. And then you take your left hand down to your left knee, and you take your right arm up, and you turn your head to look at your right fingertips. And then we finish with your arms parallel with your lunge in the left knee, gazing towards your left fingertips, warrior two. And then you drop your arms down. You turn your feet forwards, and you heel toe together. It's cool, right? I love to do a balancing pose at the end of a class, just to really see how things have worked. Have I got you as grounded as I wanted to? And I don't really do kind of like traditional balancing poses, no surprise there. So let's go with this, okay? You can use a wall or a door if you need to for balancing. Palms together for me. You're going to balance on your right foot for me. You're going to pick up the left knee. Here we go. Here we go. Just find a spot that's not moving. Drop your shoulders down. Make sure you're nice and upright in your back. Bring your arms out to the side. And then take your left leg up into the air. and hold it. There's your balancing pose. How grounded are you? How strong are you feeling through your body? I've got some great videos about cleaning your teeth and balancing. It's difficult for me, I'm gonna talk. And nice and gently, we take everything back down to the earth. Don't do anything like you want to even it all out, please. Go straight onto the balance. I know you want to do something with your calves. Keep going, let's move straight on over to the other side. There we go. Really place the right foot there. Also now, if you want to, you can just step it out and release the back of the calves for a little bit. Okay, so every yoga session has to finish with me cooling you down and winding you down. That's just how it is. And because we're coming to the floor, I'm going to move the laptop and bring you down with me. Just not like the first instance, really. But, you know, hey-ho, living and learning. Okay, right, so standard things to do at the end of a practice, really nice, one-legged forward folds. So let's start by bringing me away from the really warm radiator. Let's have the left leg out straight. Oh no, the other way so you can see. So right foot's in. So my right leg straight and left foot is in against the right thigh. For me, being able to sit like this is fabulous in itself, right? Keep this right leg as straight as you can. Fold yourself forwards from your hips. Hold on to calves, have your hands down on the ground. You know, do what works for you. Stretch out through the back. Just let your head hang down at the end. Slowly bring yourself up from that forward fold. Exchange legs. Swap legs. Hold yourself forwards. How many of my dogs have come in to see me? It's come and see me today. I'm going to take a full walk around town in a minute. Oh, my feet could do with a bit more loving. It's when you suddenly realise that you've been looking after your feet as much as you wanted to. And then slowly bring yourself up. Okay, now forward fold with both legs straight. Really important. Fold yourself forwards on your hips, hands down, head hanging down. Poor feet. Oh, my poor feet. It's really good as well when you get towards the end of the class, when you're doing some long stretches to really kind of try and think about your breath. Slowing down, becoming a lot longer. So the breath really fills in with the vibe of the movement now, which is towards the end of the class. Ooh, told me out doing the yoga. It's getting towards the end of the stretches. Okay. You keep your left leg out. I'm going to do this way. Left leg out, right foot on the ground. This is a really simple movement, okay? Just want you to have your right knee there in the right crook, left hand down to the side, and I simply want you to take a look over your left shoulder. I want you to make sure you're sitting up nice and tall. So if I do it side on, so you can see, because always you'll be leaning like that. Tall, twist. So it really is quite a soft movement. Oh, spider. Turn your head gently, extend out through the right leg, bring the left foot in, knees in the elbow crook, right hand to the side, and just very gently turn and look over your right shoulder. Gently turn your head back, extend out over the soles of the feet, bring the soles of your feet together for me, hands on your knees, taking your hands down to your feet, head hanging down towards your toes. And then bring yourself up, guys, and bring your feet to the floor. And bring yourself all the way down to your mat. All the way down. All the way down. So just before I do a recline spinal twist, I'm going to get you to do some very gentle back bends. And I really mean gentle, okay? So your arms are by your side, your palms on your mat or just off your mat. Your feet about hip distance apart, and if they're not right, you'll figure out the next time. Excuse me. Oh, yoga's tummy, not tummy, that's slow me down, so maybe you feel, oh, okay. So what I want you to do is I want you to begin to tilt your pelvis and begin to peel the lower back, the mid back, and then the upper back. So you come up onto your shoulders and your neck. And then very slowly, I want you to come back down in reverse order. Okay? Settle down. And then lift your pelvis and peel your back off the mat. And then allow your back to come back down to the mat. So you see, it's really not that much movement. You know, it may not even feel done. I'll take a quick look. And again, last one. Let's see. Yes, you can see. You can see my back's off the mat there. So I've got these big flappy trousers. Not doing any favour for this movement. And then back on down. Okay. So anytime you're doing a back bend, at the end of it, bring your knees in, cross your ankles, and just gently take your knees in a clockwise direction for me. And then take your knees back in an anti-clockwise direction for me. Uncross your ankles, let your feet come down to the ground. Now we're going to have a reclined spinal twist. So arms by the side. If you've got loads of room, your arms will be shoulder height. Of course, I've pitched myself next to the wall radiator, so it's not great. Okay, so first off, you're going to just let your knees fall down to the right. And then you're going to turn your head to look over your left shoulder. You are going to close your eyes. You are going to mellow on in. If your mind's wandering, you're going to say the word inhale as you inhale. You're going to say the word exhale when you exhale. You are going to try and bring some sense of silence to the mind still. Turn your head gently. Bring your feet to the floor. And then take your knees over to the left. And then you can turn your head over to look over your right shoulder. Eyes closed. Turn your head gently. Bring your feet to the floor. Extend your right leg to the right corner. Extend your left leg to the left corner. Have your arms by your side. Have your palms facing upwards. Take an inhale and take a count of 6 silently in your mind's eye. And as you exhale, count to 8. Don't speed up the counting. The idea is to lengthen the breath. Here we go again. Take an inhale. Count to 6. Count to 8 as you exhale. Allow your body to rest. Just allow your body to rest. Close your eyes.
Bring your legs together, point your toes, reach both arms up and over your head and have a stretch to the whole of the body for me. Bring your knees into your chest, hug your knees in for me, and rock yourself up to seated. And end the class exactly the way you began. Thank you so much for joining me. See you next time. Enjoy.